All right, let's record some commentary for this new personal best, hopefully approved world record. Not at this time that I'm doing the recording, but I figured I would do some commentary because I have that audio glitch going. If you've seen some of my earlier runs, that still persists. I have an entirely new computer, well, new processor, motherboard, RAM, graphics card, everything since I started running, and new Windows install, everything, and it still persists. So it's probably something. It's probably something in my audio settings. So other people have had the error online, whatever. So I'll work around that sort of in this recording. I'll edit it some because I feel like commentary is a lot more fun than not. So without further ado, let's jump in. Good old Mos Eisley. I've been having trouble with Mos Eisley. I've been having trouble with Mos Eisley. It's I have a really high bar for myself because, you know, ILs, etc. My personal best in any percent conditions is 58. Did not get a 58 this time. I guess we'll see what happened, but it wasn't that good. This area here, this third area, is a whole bitch. I do not care for it whatsoever. It's very annoying. Positioning is very tight on it, I feel like. This area, though, is pretty clean. This is slower than it could be in this particular instance. But the thing is, like, out of every start that I do, maybe 1 out of 20 Mos Eisleys actually gets to Barkesh, right? So if I get, like, something that I feel is alright, then I will take that, usually. Like I said, I have quite high standards for... How clean is that, though? So clean. So 59. And here comes fucking Barkesh. Can you believe we still have to fucking trudge through this bullshit every time? So annoying. I really hope something comes along for Barkesh. I mean, it's what you say every time it comes up, of course. Where's my beer? Right, there we go. Nice. Yeah, Barkesh, nothing really much to say. I guess I could talk a little bit more about just the run in general. I'm happy with the start of it. Up until, like, Kyle, it's pretty good. Then Kyle was, like, not that great. And then Prison's Talaran was good, but the wheels really come off at Solist and sort of stay off. I didn't have a good... it was not my best Cyrodiil. Just a decent Mon Calamari, really. Solist was a thorn in my side, for sure. But hey, at least I've had runs inside of 55 minutes. I had one just under 56, and I had one at like low 55 as well. But, you know, I told myself early on in this grind after Flicky took the world record that I wanted something quite substantial. I wanted something quite substantial to, like, you know, spur competition and also not make it super easy to take the record away from me again. Because, and no shade on Flicky, Flicky's very good. There are only a few areas. I'm really impressed with how quickly Flicky's times have, and I know you're watching this, so I could just talk to you in first person, I suppose. Well, in first person, you know, I could just speak directly to you, I guess. But I'm really impressed with how quickly your times have improved in quite a short time frame, even though, you know, for me back in the day, we had to actually, like, come up with all the strategies and everything, so not to be like a, you know, but of course it's going to be accelerated as well. But what's great about that is, for me, having been here for, you know, basically the little bit of renaissance that there was like 5 or 6 years ago, we came into that with with a certain set of presuppositions and strategies and everything. But now, you guys like Flicky, Coco, etc., you're coming into it and building on top of that stuff that we already laid the groundwork for. Which means that you have a lot of fresh viewpoints and perspectives as well that we can look at. So it's a great synthesis at the moment, I feel like. I really don't want to come off as like, oh, back in my days, even though I am like that a little bit. Just by my character, I guess. But yeah, I also had a suboptimal Jade Moon on this, which sucks. But the thing is, like I said, maybe 1 out of every 20 started ones gets past Mos Eisley, right? And then maybe I fuck up Nona once or twice, so out of those, you know, and then, yeah, usually Corellia is pretty fine. But then there's Gerard 5, of course, right? The great filter of runs. At this point, getting a bad log B is just straight up a reset. Which is like, GRV isn't that far into the run, but it is annoying. Like, say you have a really good Mos Eisley and a really good Nona and a really good Corellia, and then just, nope. Yeah, sucks. But hey, what are you gonna do, I guess. I hope my eating isn't too I suppose I could just like mute myself like a push to talk when I'm eating. I mean, I'm gonna edit this as well, so I could just edit it out, I guess, and try not to talk with my mouth full either like I am right now. Very unattractive. Oh, shit. Well, that was a late split, but I'm so not used to managing splits. And that's just a setup thing. Since I run Rogue Squadron just straight up, vanilla, straight from Steam, no wrapper, no nothing. Recording it is tricky. I use the built-in Windows recorder because it just, you know, it gives me an on-screen timer. It gives me, or just like an on-screen recording indicator, basically. And it allows me to record only the sound, because only the sound of the game running. Because I really need to be watching something off to the side when I'm running. I don't know why I'm like that. You would think it would be like a distraction. I guess I'm just that used to gaming with something else going on. It sort of centers me, and I usually watch/listen to things that I've trodden over a lot of times. So I don't know. It helps to like sustain a rhythm in my head, I suppose, somehow. Weirdly. I don't know. It's possible some of the rest of you are like that as well. Oh, sorry. Bumped my microphone. I should move my snakes because they're right underneath my fucking microphone arm. So I had a pretty good Nona on this. Well, it's a good spawn, as you can see. And then I wait the spawn. Slightly sloppy, but you know, you can't really complain about that. It's still, I think it's still the fastest Nona recorded in an any percent run. Well, I do have it 329 recorded. This is 330. It'll be the fastest uploaded, I suppose. Yeah, nothing really more to say about this level. I do keep wondering if it's even possible for just the interceptors to kill the shuttle here. I do usually kill some interceptors just to be safe. But I don't know if it's required or... Because credit where it's due, interceptors in this game have some crazy damage output actually when they're full autoing. Look at that. They can melt you. They can melt ya. They can melt ya. Whoa. Woo! So yeah, really good Nona. 330. Got him. Now for Corellia. I don't really remember if my droids were good here. I think they were, though. I seem to remember getting good droids. But of course it might be wishful thinking. Or wishful remembering. Smack. Smack, smack. Ooh. Okay, that's pretty clean. I do like that. No droid skip, I don't dare yet. But, it is only 10 minutes into the run. It could be worth exploring, for sure. I don't know how much time it saves. The majority of time save in IL is killing AT-ATs with lasers instead of tripling them. Semi-clean bombers here as well. These two ones I think were okay in this. Yeah, it could have been better. This pair though, clean I think. Could be faster, I just have like a setup for that. And then this one took time I think. Yeah, a little bit more than I would have liked. And then this one as well. Safety. I missed that one a lot. So onto the tech center then. This is where the run is sort of made or broken. This is the make or break moment. Because this is getting the respawn manipulation here. Is the difference between a great Corellia and just a good one. So brake here. Aim right above that far corner. And then just try to lead these guys, basically. Boom. And then just aim for this turret. And go as far... well, north-ish, I guess. As far along the sea as you can. And you should just make it. At which point you will respawn here, instead of at the tech center. Which saves like... ooh, it's in the neighborhood of like 5 or 7 seconds. My personal best is 550, but I'm usually slightly slower than that. This run was a 552, I think. But still. No, I don't know how to high trip yet, and at this rate I'm probably never gonna learn. No, I'm probably going to learn at some point. I will say though that it is fun to get good times with outdated strategies. There's something about it. There's something about comparatively leaving free time on the board and still being faster overall. I don't know. Toot. I mean, I'll probably learn. It doesn't sound that hard. I've just failed every time that I've tried it. And I've tried it just looking at it and trying to go for it. I haven't read any, like, haven't watched any videos on it or anything. So, yeah, we'll get around to it, probably, at some point. Oh! Oh! Man, the TIE fighters on this level look so good. You don't really see TIE fighters after this. In the run, not really at all, because you only really see them again in ICY. And, well... And in ICY they're like darker, and you don't see them in the run in ICY. I don't know, there's something about that, like, light gray blue color on the black in this dark backdrop that really tickles me for some reason. So yeah, this to me is a perfectly acceptable Corellia. Just occupying myself here with shooting out at all the Stormies. Yay! 552, I think. Nice. So good. And here's the clincher, Gerard 5. The cowardly governor is... whatever. I don't even remember the exact line. Gerard 5 is attempting to gain its independence. It's interesting when you're learning English through video games, as I did. Video games and movies, because the rhythm, the exact rhythm at which people say things become sort of part of your vocabulary. So that exact line, attempting to gain its independence, right? Attempting to gain its independence. That exact line, that exact like rhythm of consonants, is something that's really stuck with me for some reason. I don't know why exactly that one, but a lot of voice lines from this game. And God bless him for getting all these voices on a fucking Nintendo 64 card for real. If I recall correctly, they had to they had to come up with their own like compression engine for it. Some sort of fork of Xvid or something. I'm no programmer, or indeed some sort of audio engineer. Well, I guess I am a little bit of a hobby audio engineer. What with the rest of my channel that isn't this. But nevertheless. I had an earlier run where I accidentally ran into one of the Y-Wings, crashing it. And I was on a really good run as well. I think that's when I had my 550 Corellia. And yes, I joined Coco, I think. I think Coco said that like, oh, 50 bucks bounty if someone cracks this. Or that might have been ICY crash. Haven't actually had an ICY crash in a long time. Neither a Talorant crash, actually. Been having really good luck. But sometimes, you know what I've been having is the beginning of Talorant crash more than the end of Talorant crash, actually. Which is, bad. But yes, I would absolutely pledge at least $50. $50 American, and since the dollar is rapidly plunging in value, maybe even a little bit more, perhaps 65. I would gladly pledge that to either solve log V, get some sort of manipulations so that we can get consistent 349s, if it's possible. Solve ICY crash, solve Talorant crash. Nona RNG I don't care about as much. If we can solve it, sure, but the difference between a good Nona and a bad Nona isn't that... It's not as pressing as getting a consistent log V, for example. Because this is 15 seconds that you gain or lose, depending on whether they take this one out. And 15 seconds, we're approaching the territory where 15 seconds is a lot of time. So 349 log V. That's a gold. Boop, boop. The Jade Moon on this was could have been better. Could have been better. Decently clean. Just aim at these two turrets. Aim at that turret. Get some altitude so you can fire freely. Go. And foil. Great. And now, we hold stick right to take out the ATPT first thing. Bonk the ATPT. After that, we aim at the turret that's right in front of us on top of that little hill. And as we're doing so, the tie behind it will come straight into our line of fire, basically, so we can take him out. And then, ideally, we would turn to take this one out on approach, but we didn't do that in this one. Take the two ATPTs out as quickly as possible. This worked out pretty well, though, for these two bombers. But I missed this one, which is... This is all of my time loss. About 5 seconds-ish, 5 or 6. Oh yeah, I lost some time here as well. I should have been better. Yeah. So we ended up at a 118 for this. And now ICY. Something very funny happened on this ICY. Something unexpected. It doesn't happen a lot. I have had it happen before, but not often. You will see. You can probably guess what I'm going for here. Fortunately, it wasn't a run ender, which I reckon it could have been. So just taking this out quietly, making sure that this one is dead before I turn. Thank you. And then taking this, and this turret out to make sure that I have enough health to maybe make the second clip if I get it. Second clip saves around 5 seconds, which is time that I would really like to have. My record with second clip is 120. Yeah, here it is. So I loomied off the wall because I was thinking to myself as well, like, I'm gonna try something here. Like I did a certain like sequence of inputs. I held down and then up and then, yeah, I can't really explain it. But as you see, it didn't really work out well. So I lost 7 seconds. So that's a total, oh shit. So that's a total loss of like 12. Basically right there. And this one here, is this the best Lumi I've ever seen? No, but it's fine. Actually, decent. As long as you hit the ground and you're not in the air, because, you know, the higher you aim, the more time you waste in the air, basically. And this, I was really safe here, which I regret. Look. Ah, that took so long. And then I also missed a bomb over here. I seem to remember. Yes, that one I missed, so now I'm getting a lot more careful, which of course takes time. So boom, boom. And now I'm not using any more bombs because I want at least 4 for the second Lumi. So, you know. There's that sensor array. I'm happy. Hands were sweating here a bit. We made it. Boom. Ba, 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 ba. Yep. 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 Oh yeah. See how I'm hesitating? I am. I was fucked up at this point. But this is like decently clean. This is only a few seconds off the best that it could be. So overall, still happy with this one. I guess. It's a 147? 48. Yeah, it really should be closer to 40. But, you know. And here we go. Here's prisons. This is not the best prisons I've had. The best prisons I've had in any percent conditions was 15. But sometimes you get a little bit overzealous as well, and you have to dial it back a little bit. So, 16. And last time I ran, I was probably running with voices on, so, you know. And here we go. Fucking prisons. So no Lumi, of course, because we're not there yet. I am gonna go get a second beer while this goes on, so bear with me. Yeah, so the first ties there, decent. I don't have really anything to complain about on those. I'm still not that good at setting up the later tie groups. So that's definitely something that I'll have to work at later. Room for improvement there. Our second beer for this commentary is, well, it's a Swedish one, but it's a lager style pilsner. Well, other way around, right? Yes. It's a pilsner style lager. Really good. Glass on glass. Oh, that's perfect. God damn. Whew. Okay, and I don't really have timers going for this either, but eh. Again, like Barkesh, nothing much to say here. I guess I should be talking a little bit more about the run. We've been talking about it in the Discord, not getting the bonus here. And as soon as people started talking about it in the Discord, I was like, fuck, that's so fucking obvious. We should never have been doing that. Dumb firing the missiles with the A-Wing. We only use the A-Wing once after this, and it's for Talaran, the next level. And the only thing we ever do in any percent for Talaran is dumb firing at gas canisters. So, of course, we should never have been getting it in the first place. So I use like a rough timing here. And I mess it up by like a few seconds, unfortunately. I should be turning here, but instead I turn here. But still the clear is decent, I think. Yeah, nothing really much to complain about when it comes to the clear itself. Even though I was at a distance. And then just kamikazing this just to refill torps. Not because I need them, just because it's good. It's fun to have them to be able to shoot ATSTs with later. Although, I think there are only 2 more ATSTs and I had 2 torps, so... I don't know. I just kamikaze that one out of, you know, old habit. Oh. Regular ties on this level, of course. I was saying earlier how they don't reappear in the run, but of course they do. My bad, guys. Come to think of it, they're probably in Talaran as well. Yeah, they are. But also that was dumb. I don't know. They just really stick out to me on Corellia is, I guess, what I'm getting at. This positioning could have been better, but you know, I'll take it. Somewhere around here is usually where my audio starts fucking up. Somewhere. I don't know. It's so strange. So yeah, level's basically done. Just fucking around until it's over, I guess. Whip. Yeah, I think I hear audio glitching. Definitely. It's so strange. It's something to do with like recording for too long, which like we're up to 34 minutes or something. It's not that long. I guess I should try like lowering the audio quality that I like, the sampling rate. But yeah, as you can hear, I'm probably gonna turn this down in post for this commentary video because it's extremely annoying. And I wish I had a better setup. I'll probably work at improving my setup somehow a little bit more, because forcing you guys to listen to this shit is just, you know, beyond the pale. Now, not the fastest clear I've ever seen, but it's fine. I do a fun thing here though, which is just pre-firing these, pre-firing the lower one. And then you just have those two. I like that one. It's like you come in from the left anyway, right? Incorporating a Lumi into this level is of course the next and like final step of routing it. But I'm not brave enough yet. That's our torps. I should be saving a torp for this though, because you end up really close to this one. And torping it would be faster, but I don't know. I haven't gamed it out. I haven't really routed it out, all the torps yet. I'm just going off vibes still, basically. And of course the not crashing there is good. Not crashing into the city there is good, and not crashing in the game here is good. And fortunately we have both in this run. Well, there wouldn't be a run if not, of course. So I just spent the first little part of Fest shooting this AT-AT, because if you go straight to the AT... Did I say AT-AT? I spent my first little bit of Fest shooting this AT-AT, because if you go straight to the area with the AT-PTs, then there's a chance that the AT-AT there can shoot them and kill the lead one, which would cause you to lose time. So it's a safety measure. I think you're meant to do it that way because the level is quite big and sprawling, and this is like at the far end of it. So I think they kind of meant for you to arrive a little bit later to here, so that the AT-AT would not kill the AT-PTs. In an earlier run I had 2 deaths to tripping. Not this one, but this one. The one by the shield generator. I died twice tripping it, which is a very good argument for me learning high tripping, but you know. Old dog, new tricks. Nice. And this audio thing is a lot of not much fun. Hopefully I can figure out some way to fix it. Or it's just, you know, ineradicable. Doesn't happen in ILs, which is good, but... So, I'm spending some time here just getting kills, because you know, a gold medal is cool. I don't remember if I did get a gold on this run or not. Ba, 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 ba. And our good friends, the bombers. One more pass. Good. You've killed me. Good. Yeah. Oh yeah, another level where there's just absolutely nothing to say. Some people do it in a certain order, I do it in a certain order. But that's really it. It's still an auto-scroller. But one that I hope we can do something about at some point. Boom. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yay. And there's time yet. Man, I could have gotten another beer doing this. But whatever. We're heading to Chandrilla in 3, 2, 1. It's even longer. Well. You think if I had counted down from 5, I would have made that? Ah, whatever. I'm sorry about the sound. But I did get gold. It's like the audio gets worse and worse as you go along, which is bad. Was this the one that I died from the... No. Yeah, it was. What did I tell you about the interceptors having crazy damage output? Those shits will fuck you up, as you just witnessed. And then oddly, by the time we get to Mon Calamari, I think, the audio glitch is gone again. Super strange. At least it's one of the more boring levels, this. Fucking Chandrilla. I think I had a decent Chandrilla here, though, which is good. Let me see what the IL world record is. The IL is 442. I think this is a 444. The best I've had in any percent practice is 443. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da. Now the audio is really going crazy. I guess what I'll try is both lowering the bitrate of the audio in the recording and maybe my Windows audio quality settings. Maybe someone who knows something about audio will watch this and has some sort of idea. You will surrender, or I will shoot you all down. What? Boom. Boom, this could be faster. But hey, I'll take it. Protect the evacuation shuttles. Meow. And you want 3 torps to be safe for the bombers that are coming up. So that's what I did. I saved 3 torps. Meow, 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 meow. Ah. And the setup for this next part is real fucking easy. You just aim all the way to the left and up, and hit torp as soon as the cutscene finishes, so you're in lock on. And then just do that for every tie that follows. They spawn 3 in a line. I've done a lot of fucking IL grinding for this level to figure out all these lineups and stuff, or like what the actual kill triggers are, etc. Nice. Yeah, solos on this one I'm not happy with, but you know, it's RNG basically. I heard or saw or was made aware somehow that Flicky has some sort of setup for this, doing the capacitors, well, the transmitters or whatever, out of order, sort of out of order anyway, to get like a better spawn or something. I should probably check that out. And it's weird because I could swear that we used to have less trouble with this fucking capacitor back in the day. That may have been because we were running at higher frame rates than 60 though, which, you know, no at this point in time. And it became a no-no quite quickly as well. And switch to top view. Bop. And just start firing. I did have a little bit of luck with my wingmates taking out 1 or 2 of these, I think. Yes, there's one. I probably could have been more brave there. Take out 1 more. Boom. And boom. Decent. Very good. But still a lot of time to be saved there. Lots and lots. So, the turnaround. 1, 2, 3. Fire, foil. Bonus. Shoot at the closest turret. And then the closest bunker. Soften him up. Get the ATST. Turret, ATST, next bunker. These 2 ties you're already lined up for. So, pull torp out. Get them both with lasers if you can, because having extra torps is never a bad thing. Foil. Down. Missile turret. Up. Ties. Ooh. Turn around. And if you do have to turn around, then take this one out, because you'll have ample opportunity to do so. And then it's just the Valley of Death, as Coco calls it. I missed the chaser tie here because I turned around to do the circuit one. So I'll just seeker him. And then I'll go for the spawning one. And I torped him, which I did not have to do, but, you know, for safety at that point. So... good. And decent kill on that one. Just shoot straight through this one, good. 2 bombers here. 1, 2. Yes. Turn straight into the next chaser. Put some bullets that he will run into foil. Good. And a few blaster bolts for the missile turret. Take out the missile turret here as well. Chaser. Down. Good. Bunker. I think I almost missed this next bunker. I think I ended up bonking it instead. Yeah. Bonk. And that was fucking close. That could have been a way worse loss. And then just bonk. I'm sorry about the audio, guys. I really, yeah. And then aim down just so that you have a larger area to aim at. Boom. No crosshair glitch. All good. That could have been better though. That was like a 15-second time loss, which I'm not happy about. And then it's just Calamari, which I'm still not happy with either, so... just an optimal Calamari and a slightly better... an optimal Calamari and an optimal MSR and a slightly better Soloist puts us very close to 54. And with just a few more improvements, like not messing up ICY, a slightly better TJM, we are already under 54. My sum of best is just under, I think. Sum of best... yeah, no, sum of best is just above. It's 5402. But the human theory lowest time is like 5330 something, crazy low. So there is time to be had yet, gentlemen and ladies. Doubt it, but you know. There we go. And as is customary, smash. Then just laser, laser, laser. I think I took out one more group here. And I really need to work on calamari because I'm giving up like 20 seconds to the IL. And Cook says like, oh, it's simple or whatever. But yeah, I'm having trouble. This was pretty good though. Just coming back to the city. One torp goes off. And then another one as soon as I see him. Boom. Bam. Metal. There you go.
Well, I have no idea.
I did have no idea because, you know, I start recording and then I do like 15 or 20 Mos Eisley runs before I'm happy. And then, so I have to subtract that time from the on-screen timer, which, you know, I can't do in my head. But yeah, that is our world record. Retiming that, that might have been 5450 actually, like a high 5450, but whatever. I will leave that up to our esteemed moderators to adjudicate. Well, perfect. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you get to listen to this at some point. I will be probably uploading it. I don't know if I'm going to be still uploading just the raw file as I have been doing, because I like doing that. I don't want to upload like a re-recording as my run, but if the community agrees that that's like, that this is kosher, then I could just do this instead straight away. But I like having like the raw run up, sorta. Right from the file, you know. But yeah, thank you very much. Hopefully I will be improving this reasonably soon, but it also depends, you know, on a lot of other things, like exactly how much time I want to put into this now, etc. But yeah, thank you very much. I will see you on the battlefield or whatever. Right. Shalom.